So I have a little bit on his human design as well. So we'll look at his body graph. So this is his body graph in human design. So he's actually a projector. He's got the profile 1-3 and the cross of rulership, which I'll explain in each slide. But what we can say here is, he's a projector because he has no his sacral center is undefined, and he has no connection to the throat from a motor. So the motors would be like the root or the emotional solar plexus or the sacral center or the ego center, but he has no connection to the throat. So what that means is it makes him a projector. So what this does is when you have an open sacral and just in a connection, no connection to the throat, you're actually connecting to other people's sacral energy. So he's actually plugging into other people's energy and borrowing it, which is really interesting. The projector type is also known as the orchestrator or the director. It's meant to guide others and wants others to see others fulfill their potential. It's the newest aura type out of all of them. It showed up in 1781. They're considered the new administrators of the new order. So basically we had a lot of manifestors as leaders and generators. There's mainly manifestors and generators before, but projectors are coming along because they have a different type of aura. So basically it's a focused probing aura and has a complex way of interacting with people at deep energetic levels. So it actually plugs into this, the self center here. So it gets really deep and connected to other people. So when he's walking around and interacting with other people, his aura plugs into other people, and people can feel his energy really strongly, and he can feel theirs. So it's a really interesting type to be. So a lot of leaders are projectors, actually. So I put some political people here and some musicians and stuff that are also projectors. So Barack Obama is a projector, Abraham Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Bernie Sanders, Travis Scott, XXXTentacion, Kid Cudi, Big Sean, Cardi B, Michael Jackson, Freddie Mercury, and Mick Jagger. So all those people are projectors, so they're actually directors. They're supposed to be directing other people and helping guide them because they see other people's potential and want them to succeed. So that's what the projector's role is, essentially. So his profile is based on the lines that his main cross out of his sun, earth positions are in. It depends on the lines he has. So if you look up here, it says 1. It might be really tiny on the screen, but it has the dot 1, and then over here it's the dot 3. So those are lower trigram positions, 1 and 3. So what the 1 is a lot of investigating, getting deep into things and getting into details and figuring out things step by step. And then the 3 is the martyr, which deals with going through a lot of experiences, trial and error, to really learn from stuff. So what this means, essentially, I'll read what it says. Bumping into the unknown, investigating, then resolving, understanding. So he has a lot of experiences, bumps into the unknown, investigates it, and then comes to some kind of understanding. Consciously focused on finding inner strength by establishing a secure foundation of information and knowledge. Or is unconsciously bumping into things that continually surprise you with accidental discoveries. So he's just a investigating things deeply and trying a lot of stuff, essentially. That's what his profile is. So this is interesting. His cross, so his Sun and Earth gene keys in the personality side and Sun, Earth, and in the design side make up his cross. So he's got 45, 26, 22, and 47. So like it says here, these are 4 gene keys, and I'll explain what those each are a little bit. But he's got the cross of rulership. So again, with leading, ruling, he has it everywhere. You know, he's a king. In Michael Teachings, he's got Mars in the 10th, like I was saying, in his Vedic Astrology. So this is fitting really well. Rulership, leadership, authority, power dynamics. He has the knowledge and resources to take charge. A fierce willpower to persuade, sell, and manipulate. May express oppressive themes of rulership, but can also bridge the evolution of power dynamics into new forms. Efforts will be enhanced, developing charm and grace. So he's supposed to be in a position of rulership and leadership, in a position of power. And that fits with everything else I've said so far. So one of gene keys that is part of that cross is known by some as authority. It's a key word for it. So it has a low expression and a high expression. The low expression is that he attempts to dominate or hold power over others, or allows oneself to be subjugated by others. So it's one or the other. So it's either I'm dominating you or I'm letting you dominate me. So I feel like he's more, if he's expressing on the lower, he's probably dominating others. That seems to be like more of the theme. I don't think he's allowing other people to subjugate him. But the high expression of that is sharing, supporting the collective over the self, supporting and educating others, sharing and gifting authority to others. So it's kind of sharing the authority. So that's interesting. I can see the dominating or holding power over others as a possible thing, but he could be doing the high expression as well. Gene key 26 is manipulation. Low expression is manipulates viewpoints of self and others, forces the will or ego, pushes others down in order to rise up. The high expression is willpower is used in service to higher self. It's more of an artful use of the ego. But so ego is really strong for him because if you look at his body graph, this is the 26 I was just talking about. It's in the ego center, which is willpower, egoism, material world, and self-worth. So he has a lot of willpower. He's got a strong ego, and you can really sense that from him. And that comes from his definition in the ego center. So that's gene key 26. Gene key 22 is associated with grace. The low expression is disregarding one's pain or shadow. So the shadow emotions, the stuff that we haven't processed. You could be just pushing that down and only trying to force the good or happy emotions. The higher expression is feeling, honoring, and listening to one's full range of emotions and respecting the feelings of others. So it's opening to feel more about the full range of emotions, essentially. So that's gene key 22. Gene key 47 is mental processing. This is connected to the subconscious. So he might be really feeling like his subconscious memories. And it was saying something, I was reading about this, it was saying something deep about connection to like our storehouse of energy from the past and memories, which is affecting all of us. So apparently, like, there's like in our DNA, there's junk DNA, what they call junk DNA, but that is actually all the stuff from our past that we're experiencing in our subconscious, essentially. So in the low expression of this, he's overburdened by a subconscious memory or shadow. The high expression is that he's able to sift through and work with the subconscious memory or shadow. So I wonder how this is actually affecting his experience. I don't know what this feels like to be overburdened by the subconscious memory, but he's connected to that. So that's interesting. So those are his all these keys I just read are aspects of the rulership cross. That's 45, 26, 22, 47. 45, 26, 22, 47. So all those together create that theme of rulership. All energies related to that. So the last thing I want to point out for his human design is the channel of surrender, which is that one channel that he has right here. He only has one channel. Everything else is open. So this is the instinct for the material needs of others. Could be skilled at marketing and promoting goods and services that ensure the well-being of your community, can sense changes and trends and needs of the market. It's the art of creative enterprise, has a deep instinct for what is essential for our survival and well-being. So he's good at creating services and goods that help the community. You know, so you can tell he has a sense of creating products and providing to the community in a way that, you know, he's just creating a bunch of new stuff, and that really applies for him. I think it really matches with his transformation global job from his Michael teachings in terms of inventing things and bringing them into the community. So like all his creative work, his music, his fashion industry stuff that he does relates to this, because he has a sense of what the market wants or needs, and he can match it with that even before they even know that they want it, essentially. So that's pretty cool. This is part of the tribal circuit, which focuses on the issues of the material world, such as creation, distribution of resources, supporting each other in the process of obtaining security, food, and shelter. But yeah, it's related to, you know, like people who are like graphic designers or musicians or creating something. It's the art of creative enterprise, essentially. So that's pretty cool. That was really fit with him. So, you know, that's everything. I went through his human design and his Vedic astrology and his Michael teachings. So the themes that we see for this is, you know, he's a king. He has a lot of action-oriented stuff, so he's really productive, powerful at expressing himself. He's got themes of leadership everywhere in his Vedic astrology. He's involved in creative projects in terms of music and fashion industry. You know, Venus significations. He's got significations of rulership and leadership. He's in the striving focus, so he's focused on the external world and achievement. So that's, you know, all these are really fitting in together really well in terms of the themes that he's got going on. He's a leader in what he's doing. He's making a lot of money. He's very successful. So all these significations do really fit for him. So that's it. That's everything from his 3 systems. I mean, he's a king. Very focused on creativity. Is guiding others. He's a director. He's got the cross of rulership. So leadership is big. All that stuff. So I hope you guys liked it. I hope you liked seeing all the details of what's going on with him and seeing how all these things fit together. And it's pretty crazy that you can get all this information, because essentially what this is all coming from is this is from a channeled, the Michael teachings comes from channeled information. The Vedic astrology and human design come from your birth information based on when you were born. And so these all these significations just come from that. So it's pretty cool that all these things are saying the same kind of stuff, but in slightly different ways. So that's it. I'll be working on more of these. I plan to make more videos as I have a good amount of Michael Teachings charts of other celebrities. I do have some other musicians like Travis Scott and Kid Cudi and some people from like some metal bands and stuff. So I'll do some more videos coming up, but that's it for now. That's everything I wanted to show. Hope you guys liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for listening.